Hey everyone, Aja here from Panda Monium. We have a camping spot here at Honey Hill Recreational Area. This is in the Francis Marion Forest, National Forest. It's a beautiful spot. I've been here before and have filmed here before. Oh yeah, welcome to South Carolina. As you can see, the dogwoods are in bloom. So beautiful here. There is an old fire tower here that is not in use anymore. Sucker's tall. I'm gonna take moo-moo for a quick walk. Like I said, I've been here before, actually several times. So wonderful spot. There's a nice cool breeze today. We're in the shade. It's actually a really beautiful day today. It's moo-moo enjoying her walk with me. We're just gonna take a quick walk around the campground. It's just a circle drive. This is one of the largest spots here at the campground. When we got here, there was only one spot available, and it was pretty tight. So I'm not sure if Terry and Scott are going to move over here. I'm actually going to be leaving later today to head into Myrtle Beach. They're going to stay behind because they have to meet their nephew, and he has to drive from Charleston, and we're about 40 minutes. If I didn't mention, this is halfway in between Georgetown and Charleston. Like I said, this is just a circle drive. We are parked right over there, and we're coming back around to the tall tower. There's also a pit toilet right there, and this is camp area number 1. This is open as well. This is usually where I do camp, but we didn't this time. There is another camp spot which is about 10 miles from here called Halfway Creek, and we stayed there one night. Now, it is not big at all. It's just a circle drive like this, but teeny tiny. It's not big. There's not much room. Probably enough room for, I'd say, 6 RVs. Now, that area is set up more for tents rather than RVs. If you're in an RV, you kind of have to just park in the circle drive. And like I said, there's not much room. Probably 4 to 6, and that's pushing it. When we were there, there was one other rig and probably 5 tent campers. This is closed to unauthorized personnel, but as you can see, the fence has been bent back. They have even taken out the first set of stairs, but the last time I was here, I saw someone climb this because the stairs are there all the way up. I guess they just took out the first set just to prevent people, but they still do it. Well, like I said, it's not a very big campground, so we're almost back around to where we're parked, which is right there. I'm gonna go grab my phone. I think I'm gonna take moo-moo down a dirt road so she can get a little more exercise before we have to leave. So this road does go on for several miles, but we're not going to go that far. I just want to probably go about a mile and then head back. Oh, I heard something, moo-moo. There's a swamp right there. The whole back area behind the campground is pretty swampy in certain areas. Is there an alligator in there? Huh, moo-moo? Is there an alligator? She's like, I'm staying back. Okay, go ahead. Right off the road, you can see remnants of a campfire. So people do camp back here. There's a small road trail. Not really a road, just a big trail. Most of the green on the forest ground looks pretty new. They do burn here at the Francis Marion National Forest just to get rid of dry debris. Looks pretty clear on this side. Now on this side it's pretty overgrown, but nothing's dried out yet. Here's some more swamp right here, but as you can see, it's pretty dried out. Not a lot of water there. There are definitely signs of spring all around. I love this time of year. Here's an inlet for the water. Not sure where it's coming from. So this is what a carpenter bee does. The one I said looks like a bumblebee, but they burrow into wood. Yep. Definitely looks like a good spot for an alligator. It's so quiet and peaceful through here. Oh, I see where the water's coming from. It's coming from the swamp. I'm surprised they let it drain that much. Water's pretty low. Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and turn around. Like I said, this road just goes on and on and on. It's a beautiful walk and definitely relaxing, but it is time to turn around. So that's what we're going to do. So we're just sitting here chilling, but it is time for me to get on the road and head towards the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll see y'all in a couple days.
I know, it's even in this just a couple days, it's always sad.
It's weird. It's like
we're so used to traveling together. But you'll have fun.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go hang out with some friends tonight, hopefully, and yeah, I'll see them in a couple days. Y'all have fun with your nephew.
We will.
Yeah.
And you have fun too, and be safe.
Thank you.
And you have fun too, Moo.
Bye, Moose.
All right, let's get on the road. Bye, y'all.
See you, sweetheart.
I am sad to leave, but I'm also excited to get back to Myrtle Beach. It's been a while. Onward bound. All right, I've got to get over this hump right here. This should be interesting. Wow, that was interesting. Okay. Not the easiest way to get out, but it worked. Alright, got my GPS on. This is definitely a wonderful place to camp. It's nice and quiet and peaceful. There is some noise from the road when cars go by, but fortunately this is way out in the boonies, so there's not a lot of traffic that goes by. Every once in a while a car will go by, and it's kind of loud since it's right by the road, and there's a big dip right here when you first get in. Other than that, the road is pretty smooth. Okay, feels weird not going with Terry and Scott. But I'll see them in a couple days. Oh, Thompson Branch Road. That's funny. That's their last name. Okay. It's about 10 miles down this road, and then I'll be back on 17 and head north into Myrtle Beach. I've got to go through a bunch of towns though. I'll be going through Murrells Inlet, Garden City, Surfside, then Myrtle Beach. Oh, I also have to go through Georgetown. That's one of the first cities. It's one of the stinkiest also because it has a paper mill. Yeah, so it's not pleasant smelling, but just saw a big bird fly into. Ooh, there it is right there. It's a turkey vulture. Francis Mann Wildlife Management Area. So as you can see, there's really nothing much out here but woods. It's a beautiful area though. We have about 4 miles till we are back on 17. Alright, we are back on 17. Awesome. Hampton Plantation State Historic Site is ahead. We have 55 miles to go before we reach Myrtle Beach. McClennanville. I think that's where Terry and Scott are going tomorrow. It's by the ocean. That's where they're going to go meet their nephew. Hampton Plantation State Historic Site. Look at that old building. For sale. I think the land was for sale. I'm sure nobody wants to buy that old rundown building. We are entering Georgetown County. This is, I think, Santee River. South Santee River. It's a big snake-like river. Santa Delta Wildlife Management Area. This is the North Santee River where snakes back around. So we're crossing it now. And there it is again. It just bends all the way back around. Looks like a boat launch down there. It's the Hop-Sweet Plantation. North Santee area. Georgetown is 13 miles. Myrtle Beach says it's 48. But my GPS is 44. Stop for stopped school buses. Same direction. We are probably about 5 miles out of Georgetown, and I did just pass a sign stating about littering. I believe I mentioned this in a previous video where it was pretty expensive here in South Carolina if you littered. There, I believe where it was like a $250 fine, and I said, well, that's pretty inexpensive compared to South Carolina, because in South Carolina the sign said $1,000, which I knew, but they added something to it, and jail time, or prison time. So we are crossing over the river, and there is the stinky paper mill to the left. That's what makes Georgetown smell so bad. It's a nice town to visit other than the stinky mill. I guess you get used to it. I don't think I could live here. It gives me a headache. But I guess if you've lived here. So we're coming into the historic Georgetown. There is the waterfront here, which I visited before. It's a nice area. I might come back here while I'm here. But I have visited this area, so I'm gonna pass it. Oh God, there's a big pothole. Oops, and stop. Ugh, I hate when lights change like that all of a sudden. Anywho, that's the old steel mill right there. It actually covers several city blocks. That's weird. I can usually smell the paper mill, but it doesn't stink. I can't smell anything. Not sure if they changed how they make the paper, because I know there's a specific chemical they use. I think that causes that stink. To the right here is where the waterfront is. Also a museum is there. Oh, Lord. These roads. Right here it splits. 701 goes that way. That leads to Conway. We're gonna stay on 17 here. You go to Polly's Island, Myrtle Beach area. Yield. No traffic coming. This is Old Georgetown here. Look at the trees that go over the road. That's beautiful. It's where the older buildings are. Not saying better looking buildings, but just older buildings. And that is basically it. We are leaving Georgetown. These cities, or coastal cities, aren't very long. I say long because they span the ocean. And the longest ones are Surfside, Myrtle Beach, and North Myrtle Beach. Those are the biggest of the coastal cities. I mean, they're not big. Not really. Compared to other cities. Alright, we'll be crossing some water. It's the PD River, I think, or can't remember. And there's one more bridge up here. Then we'll be getting into the Huntington area. There's the Huntington State Beach there. I used to go crabbing when I was younger with my parents and sister. Oh, Waccamaw River. The big old Waccamaw River. It is a big river. It's not big like this everywhere. It is a pretty huge river. Because it is also considered the intercoastal waterway, and it connects to the ocean. We're coming into Polly's Island community, and it's been known for its wealthy and well-to-do. It is that kind of area. Well, it used to be. There are 3 places that make the Grand Strand, 3 beach areas. There's the South Strand, then Myrtle Beach, and then North Myrtle Beach. The South Strand consists of Murrells Inlet, Polly's Island, Huntington Beach, the Brooklyn Gardens, and all that. And Myrtle Beach is the middle area, which consists of course, Myrtle Beach. There's Surfside and Garden City. And then North Myrtle Beach, there's Restaurant Row, North Myrtle Beach. And then there's a smaller town, I forget what the name of it is. Little River, that's it. Look, there's Polly's Island non-ethanol gas. I think that's the only gas station that I've ever seen that doesn't have any ethanol whatsoever. They don't mix there. It's just straight up gas, but it's pretty expensive there, I believe. They don't even have a price for how much it is. Guess you have to drive up there and see. This is what I used to remember of Polly's Island, the fancier markets and the farmer's market and the winery and the hammock shop. Yeah, it seems like there's been more. And then again, I haven't been here for over 3 years. So, of course, the place is going to grow. We're coming into Litchfield, which is another expensive area. There are a lot of expensive homes here. There's where the expensive homes are. It's Litchfield by the sea. They're pretty pricey in there. But this is a beautiful area. Alright, we're continuing on. Litchfield isn't big. It's expensive, but not big. We're getting ready to pass Huntington State Beach on the right. And then right across the street is Brook Green Gardens. That place is amazing. And everything starts to bloom in April. I haven't been since I was younger, but I'm actually wanting to go while I'm here in Myrtle Beach and visit it again, and hopefully I can take y'all along and do a tour. Now the place is so big I won't be able to do 360 because I'm keeping 360. I'm trying to keep it down because the last one, which was the auto tour, that video was 50 minutes long and it took me 3 days to edit. They just take such a long time to edit, so that will probably just be a regular video, but I'm telling you, that place is amazing, so I'm really excited for that. Alright, we're getting ready to pass Murrells Inlet. If you want to see the waterfront, you have to turn down and take Business 17 right there. It's a really nice area, but I'm going to continue on and take the bypass here. This goes around Murrells Inlet. Oh, better slow down, 45. Here is the main bypass, which is, you take 707 to 31, and that goes all the way to North Myrtle Beach. It's the quickest route if you want the quickest route. Then also there is the 17 bypass, which is a quick route, but not as quick. There are no lights or anything on 31. It's just a bypass, and 17 used to be like that, but they started putting lights and businesses on it, and now it's not so much of a bypass. But we're going to take Business 17, which leads to Garden City and Surfside. It's a slower route, but I want to go through those areas. It's been a while. Right, get off here. 17 Business. So here how far these places are. Garden City Beach is 2 miles, Surfside 4, and Myrtle Beach 12. Ooh, Baconator. So we're still in the Murrells Inlet area. This is the Inlet Square Mall, which has never done well at all. I don't know if it's even still open. This is basically what it looks like. Here's a typical beach town with fireworks shops and beachwear stores, stuff like that. Everything is pretty much lined up on 17 here. Oh, there's another shark one, like I said, at that one place. Jaws Resort Wear. There's a Walmart here in the Murrells Inlet area. I'm gonna stop here because I also have to get gas, and it's only $2.35 here at the Murphy Express. Diesel is $2.55. I'm also gonna run into Walmart and grab some supplies. Alright, well, we're here. I'll get gas afterwards because I couldn't turn into the gas station. They had a median there. I have a hamburger smothered in sauteed onions and mushrooms, and a creamy spinach and cauliflower cooking right now. So after I eat, I'm going to grab some gas and then head down to Myrtle Beach. We've made it into Surfside Beach. Next is Myrtle Beach. And Surfside, there are a lot of businesses along this strip. Mainly beachwear stores. There is Wild Water and Wheels. That's a fun place. We're coming to the end of Surfside. This is Lakewood Camping Resort, one of the bigger and there's also Ocean Lakes, which is back there. Those are the two bigger campsites in this area. And I believe they do have some stuff on the ocean as well. It is a bit expensive, but Yeah, I will not be staying there. I just wanted to show y'all that. Coming up ahead is also Myrtle Beach State Park, which is a wonderful place to go and visit. I've been there before several times, never in my RV. I might have to try that out while I'm here. Oh look, more beachwear stores. Yeah, that is definitely a common theme here, is beachwear stores. And putt-putt golf. Also, Myrtle Beach is the golf capital of the world. They have so many golf courses here. Oh, I forgot about this. Pirate Land, oceanfront. That's another one that I believe they're pretty expensive too, but... Ooh, what was that? Something fell. And there is Myrtle Beach State Park. Goes all the way to the ocean. It's really beautiful back there. And coming up here to the left is the old Air Force Base that used to be here in the 80s and 90s. Not anymore. It got shut down. That's why my parents moved to Texas in 2000. It was shut down and there was just nothing here for military people. So it is now the Market Commons, and it's a subdivision with homes. I think they kept the old military homes and just sold them. And right after that, see, there's a plane in the air, is the airport, Myrtle Beach Airport. Right by the airport, there is helicopter rides. It says $20, but I'm not sure exactly what it all entails. Oh, look at mini golf. Like I said, that is very popular here at the beach, mini golf. Well, I'm gonna get parked and then I've got to call my friends. I am super excited. I'm gonna get all dolled up and go to a club that I know my friends hang out at. I have only contacted a few friends because I don't want everybody to know. I want it to be a surprise. But the reason why I contacted some friends was I wanted to make sure they were going to be out, and they said they were. So, yay! Yeah, so now it's time to get changed because I cannot look like this. Alright, well, I am dolled up, got my go-go boots on. I'm excited to go see my friends.